One of the greatest gifts to mankind along with the gift of life is humility. And one of the greatest losses are found in pride. Now, most people would say that they understand pride and they would certainly not want to be prideful. And yet pride is the very thing that caused Satan to lose his place in heaven. And the other side of pride, one of the most viewed posts that I have given on lm-international.us is on the issue of shame. I submit to you, it is impossible to be shamed if you didn't first have pride. Ungodly pride. See, a pride that is based on who God is and whose you are is one thing, but a pride that is based on your intellect, your intelligence, your gift of discernment, how much you know in relationship to others, how long you've been away from doing this or how long you've been doing that, that kind of pride based on performance is suspect. Today, I would like us to, if you will, to continue our discussion, if you will, on the issue that was set forth yesterday, 2 Corinthians 3:18. Beholding as in a mirror the image of the Lord as we are being transformed into that very same image from glory to glory. But with that in mind, remember, he was of no appearance that we would desire him, but he came as a lowly babe in a manger. What about you today? What about me today? We'll begin our message shortly. We'll be teaching today from Luke. One of my favorite scriptures, actually, Luke 10:19 and 20. We'll be right back.
From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord which made heaven.
First of all, the context of Luke writes about in 10 is one in which Jesus himself has sent the 72 disciples out, and the disciples have returned, and they are amazed at how so many spirits are subject to them. And Jesus says, "Do not rejoice in this, that spirits are subject to you, but that your name is written in the Lamb's book." Christians, he is speaking with here. And Christians I'm speaking with here. There is a trap that catches a lot of folks. It's a net that has been placed out, and we inadvertently fall into it over and over again. The scripture comes to mind, because they worshiped the creature more than the Creator, God gave them up to their own diverse temptations, and they were lost. Paul alludes to it or refers to it when he said, "I've learned to live with and without, and because I've learned to live with both, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." David referred to it when he said, "Lord, do not give me riches nor poverty, but that which is I'm able to handle, lest I steal because of lack or become prideful because of an excess." The trap in this world, the hidden thing, is not the obvious sin. It is the trap of desiring extravagance in our, quote, spiritual success, measured by the number of people we can say we've converted, or the size of the building that we've purchased, or the car that we've driven. Or the education that we have, or the number of degrees we have behind our names, titles, pastor this, bishop that, doctor this, evangelist that, apostle this. We attempted to measure our spirituality against another based on these earthly definitions. But I wonder what God thinks about this. You see, we should never seek anything other than God's approval. Now, that may be hard for a son or a daughter who has sought the approval of their parents over life and did not receive it. It may be a question of us wanting nurturing from the world about us. But there is a point in every Christian life when we need to seek only the approval of our Father in heaven, and nothing more and nothing less should satisfy. Today's message is going to be brief and to the point, because I don't want to distract us from the message of yesterday, and that is this. God has said to us to keep our eyes, our focus on Him and Him alone, not on the works, not on what you're doing, not on what you're going to doing, not on success or failure, not on others, but to keep your eyes on Him. Let every word that is spoken be about Him. Let every thought that is received and kept be about Him. And He will do the rest of the work. This has been a very short message today, but I intended it to be so. I look forward to speaking with you this evening, on Thursday evening, in the Bride of Christ, in a more detailed version. God bless you. This is Pastor Joe. Have a good day. Bye-bye.